Look at it, all the way down. Beautiful corn. And that's with a tenth of rain, or half a tenth, in 2 months. All the way out to the highway. It's a long field, big field. All the way back. Really held up. I am really impressed with that corn. Really impressed with it. Starting to get ears on it. Look how big these leaves are. God, there's some big ears. Just gonna have a double ear there. Starting to go, so all even all the way across. I mean, really pretty cool. Can't get much better than that with no rain for 2 months. Something holding up that well. We'll definitely be planting more of that next year. It's a new number they wanted me to try. I think it's going to replace the 1087. But exceptional looking corn. Couldn't be happier with it. I mean, it looks phenomenal. All right, this is the other side. I was on the other side earlier, and it's the whole field just looks, I mean, it's just crazy how that corn is held up in the drought. Of course, there's the planter. It's nice having 31 rows until you got to grease them all. Takes about 2 tubes of grease to do the whole planter. About a tube and a half, something like that. I always check my gauge wheels because these John Deere gauge wheels right here, that bolt right there, will loosen up and they will fall out in the field. And then you don't know it until you come back the next round. And then when you come back the next round, then you gotta hope you see it, pick it up, carry your 15/16 wrench with you and put it back on. So they will fall off. I don't care how new your planter is or how great of a farmer you are. They do fall off. They've fallen off corn planter and bean planter. It's just how it is. Sometimes you turn with them in the ground and it puts pressure on them and I guess wears them or loosens them a little bit. So, and it's 100 degrees outside, so I want to hurry up and get this grease job done and get in the air conditioned cab. But it needs to be greased. I haven't greased it in a little bit, so do what I got to do today. Now that job's done, let's go plant some soybeans. I don't have enough beans to do this farm. I got about a half a tank on each one. I'm gonna run them out today because we're supposed to get thunderstorms tonight. And I do not want the beans in the planter during the rain. So I'm gonna run them out, and then they're supposed to be bringing more beans tomorrow. So probably just work a couple hours just to get that empty and be done. Then I gotta cook grass. Good afternoon. It is 5 o'clock on a Monday. Is it Monday? I think it's Monday, yeah. That is the 1094Q corn on a different farm. That's a good number. I've been planting soybeans. I've planted all the way from that corn over to here. And I don't have to go but to that corn. And I got to switch over a couple other fields. And 2 more fields, and that'd be it for wheat beans. We thought we were going to have to replant a couple spots here and there, but after that rain, I guess the beans were just sitting there and they're starting to pop up. So that's really good. So I don't have but, let's see, 1, 2, 3 more rows on this field, and then I'll be going to another big field. Look, there's Derek. Hi, Derek. He must have just got off work. So that's Derek. Anybody knows, he used to run the spreader. Now he runs it for me part-time. He's my buddy. Good boy. Good, fine young man. I'm trying to do all this in one hand. But yeah, we're finally getting to the end point of plant 2024. I got about, let's see, 40, 50, 60, about 65 more acres to go. And 2024 will be in the books. I got all of our corn done Saturday morning. I got the last 200 and some acres spread. And that's some pretty corn. That's seed salt in 115 day. And that looks really good too. So that was I think one guy on here called it $1 million rain. That's what we got, because it really brought this corn out. I mean, the sandhills probably ain't gonna do nothing, but the rest of it looks damn good. That 1094Q seed consultant corn held up the best. 2 months with no rain, and it looks like it does. It's that wow factor. I mean, that stuff. If anybody wants that stuff, you got to get up with Lindy. She is also the service boss down at John Deere and Pocomoke Atlantic Tractor. She will sell you seed consultant, and I tell you, we switched from Pioneer. I know everybody says Pioneer, it's Pioneer. It's not Pioneer. I know Pioneer bought seed consultant, but they didn't change the varieties or something. They left them the way they were, because we used to be about 95% Pioneer and 5% decob. Now we're 95% seed consultant, and trust me, it is way better seed. Works. I mean, it's just way better seed, way better. I mean, it's just crazy the difference in it. For us, on our sandy ground, it does really high yields, and it holds up, as you can see. 2 months with no rain, and that's what it looks like. So, and the other fields look better than that, and that's just one variety. But you know, all you guys that plant or never want to change, I was the same way with Pioneer, and I tried some of this stuff, and I tell you, it pays to try different seed brands, because you'll find one that just blows you away, that you're like, man, why didn't I try that earlier? But you get set in your ways and you don't want to try stuff. I'm glad we tried it. Now we switched, and I tell you, every number that we've gotten is just outperformed. I mean, it's just crazy how good it's been. Even the early stuff, we got the 104 day, 105 day. It just looks really good. 108 day. I did get a box of the 113 day, but I didn't plant it. Ran out of acres, just didn't plant it. I'd like to try that. The 115 day looks, I mean, it all looks good. 108, 109. It's good corn. So I'm glad that we switched and we tried it, and I'll never regret it. I mean, look at that. I gotta go back one little piece. I'll set you up here for a second. Got about 2 rows. I thought I could have got them, but apparently I couldn't. You know, I guess on the screen it makes it look like it's a big gap, but really looking at it now, it's like 30 inches. But 30 inches, you can have weeds there, so I might as well go ahead and get it. Close it in. I do run section control with soybeans also on the 1790, 1631. Save seed as much as I can. It seems like it always works good for us anyway. But yeah, all the beans are coming up. That rain really helped. Now, we were supposed to get rain yesterday. Of course, we didn't get it. It seems like it always gets to us in splits. We could have used that rain, but I think they're calling for some more later this week, so let's just hope that's the case. And, or let's hope it's the case anyway, because we could use some more rain. But anyway, that's what's going on today. It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds of looking at my ugly face. Here, I'll show you the planter. There you go, and the flag. If you look at it down the field, 2 months with no rain. I planted it in this field and this field over here, and that's what I showed you in the earlier when I was walking video. I mean, it's just crazy how good that's held up. Now, that is actually the best number that is held up out of everything. The 108 day looks good. 104 day, 105 day look good. Of course, I planted them early on sandier ground, and the sand hills have kind of had it. But I mean, look at that. 2 months with no rain. I mean, that is just, and it's starting to tassel. I mean, it's just pretty. I gotta plant all this and around the corner. But yeah, Seed Consultant is good, really good corn. So I'm never gonna complain about it. This is the 3rd or 4th year we planted it. And it looks, I mean, it just holds up well in a drought, and then it'll yield good. I mean, wait till we get in there with the combine, I'll show you. Now, we're not going to have the yields that we would have if we had just called a rain a little bit earlier, but I still think for not having rain for 2 months, I still think that we are going to do pretty good on our yield. I'm going to start the field on that side with the 109 day. So I'm going to show you a whole pass all the way down, because some parts are sandy, some parts are good. That's where all of our ground is. But I'm going to show you all the way down so you can get a feel of how good that corn is held up 2 months with no rain. I mean, to me, it's incredible. So I don't know. Everybody's got the brand they want, but I tell you, some people should try it. I mean, because it really is impressive corn. I mean, really impressive. Jax, landlord's dog. I bring him treats all the time. That is a good boy. Chocolate Lab, he loves to see me on farm equipment. I gotta go fill up. All right, so I'm going down beside the 109 day. And that is good looking corn, especially without 2 months of rain. I think so, considering I know what our weather's been like. Tasseling, ears are coming along, looks really good. And there's the other field. I planted that a couple days later. That's the 2 fields with that variety in it. I can't wait to see what they do, so we'll see. I know it's going to be a bad year, but I'm really surprised in that corn. No rain for 2 months. That's saying something. We'll see. Maybe it won't do nothing. I don't know. Last field, 2024.